Yeah, it's getting long now, isn't it, eh? Starting to grow it. So, hi guys, I hope you're all well and happy. So, as we all know, this hobby of ours is quite expensive. What we're buying, all the miniatures and the paints, especially we go for like the big box sets. And then obviously there's the 3D printers, laser engravers, and anything else we might sort of think we need to sort of help make things, and obviously save money in the long run, I guess. Yeah, especially when you sort of big outlay for printers and laser engravers, but obviously then they save money sort of further down the line. So I just got hold of something which I believe could obviously help. If you're on the fence between thinking about buying a laser engraver and thinking obviously the cost up front is quite a lot, well, if you get one of these kind of things, then yeah, you can definitely make some of that money back to, well, buy more paints, miniatures, and bits and pieces. And yeah, what we're talking about, well, I'm going to show you in just a minute. So I've been using laser engravers quite a lot over the past sort of month or so, and I think that's because they're one of these things that you sort of well, never really think you need, but then when you've got one, there's so many things you can do with it. Yeah, it's kind of unreal. I say, especially when it comes to making terrain pieces for well, Hero Quest, D&D, Warhammer 40k, Kill Teams, Blood Bowl, well, and any other kind of tabletop gaming, really. As I say, there's so many things you can do. You can make obviously files that are already pre-made, or you can make up your own stuff, which is just awesome. And I say it's a great way of saving money in the long run because the MDF and sheets of plywood and stuff I use, yeah, very cheap indeed. So the machine I've been using quite a lot of recently is the Toocaa L2. I will leave links down below where you can see the video that I use to make these bits and pieces with, as well as links so you can find out more information about this machine. Say really easy to use. That's again the other thing I like on this channel is using items that are pretty much plug and play. Yeah, you don't need to be a rocket science to operate these. Lots of safety things on this thing as well, as in like auto cut-offs, extractor fan, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, these can be used in the home. And I say there's lots of cut-offs on this. So if there was kids about and they try to open the door or do things, then yeah, this thing turns off straight away. So this is what I've turned up recently, which is say the way we can get money back on a laser engraver. And that's this Toocaa 5-in-1 laser rotary roller set for the L2. And yeah, again, this is another one of these items. Yeah, don't really think about. But then when you got one, there's so many things you can do with it. So I will say now, guys, obviously this video is sponsored by Toocaa. But as always, anything I say, show, and however I bring these things across in videos is entirely up to me. I'm not given a script. I'm not told what I need to do. I just get sent items and then they let me sort of run riot with the things. So yeah, just like the actual machine itself, very easy to set up this. Has those legs that you obviously put on the bottom to extend the height. And then there's just one lead you poke in. And it's just here underneath. A little bit tricky to get to, but not too bad at all. And literally that's it. Plug in one lead and you're good to go. So you need to obviously level this with the machine, and I found the best way for me to do that was to basically put it on this little thing, put it along, and then you can see the edge of the actual laser engraver is nice and sort of parallel to the rotary roller set, and that way you know when this thing turns, it's going to laser engrave perfectly. So this is where obviously you can make money, merchandise, products, whether it's merchandise for your own sort of channel, as in me doing lots and lots of miniature hobbyist stuff, or doing stuff for craft fairs, or well, anything really. Weddings is obviously another big money earner. So yeah, again, this thing easy to use, absolutely love it. So you've got two options: you've got the roller at the bottom or the spindle bit here. So it's a case of just putting the item in, tightening it up. So there's no tools needed to do any of this. You can do it all by hand, and then you just move the actual laser engraver to where it is you want it to go. So very simple and easy to do this. So the instruction booklet, only a few pages, which is obviously nice and easy. And then using the Toocaa software, again, this is very easy to use because there's not too many options, which is great. And all you've got to do is click on, well, how you're positioning your item on the rotary roller set. And as you can see, obviously I've put mine in the chuck piece. So it's just a case of clicking that button. It does all the settings for you. And then you can just drag and drop, well, whether it's words, images, whatever it is you want to laser engrave. So anyone who's new to the channel, yeah, nibbly knobbly bits is what I call all the sprue bits. When I cut sprues up to make things with, all those bits that fly off, yeah, I call them nibbly knobbly bits. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to laser engrave onto, well, one of my brushes. Just say this was just me doing a little test to see how it worked. And yeah, it really is as simple as that. Say it does all the settings, so you haven't got to worry about typing anything in. And as you can see, so you can laser engrave quite small things. So this is obviously one of my brushes, so you could do it on pencils or anything like that. And obviously I did the same on my dry brush, which was a little bit bigger. So you do get the little calipers, so you can measure whatever it is that you're going to laser engrave on. But again, it's simple. And like I always say, I need things to be simple. I don't want overcomplicated things or big books to read through or having to watch a dozen videos. Yeah, very simple. And so you can laser engrave on, well, anything round, which is just awesome. And I say, for me, my channel, yeah, I would use this to make merchandise up, which obviously I can then sort of sell on. And I say, this is obviously how you can get some of your money back by using these tools to produce things to then sell. I mean, you can obviously laser engrave bits and pieces without using the rotary set and sell those pieces. But yeah, definitely having the options of being able to laser engrave onto, well, mugs, cups, pens, pencils, water bottles, all that kind of other stuff. Yeah, definitely a way of making a little bit of income and say getting some money back to pay for all these lovely items that we keep using. So don't forget to check out all the links down below to the Toocaa sort of laser rotary set, as well as the main sort of laser engraver, as they do have a lot of discounts on at the moment. So yeah, definitely a great time to sort of get involved in, well, making things with this machine. And as I say, the simplicity of this is something that obviously I really enjoyed, because I am very much the plug things in and then just use them straight away. And this thing is definitely that. So just one little lead to plug in, level the machine up, and I say the software easy to use, and the fact that it does all the settings, so you don't have to worry about changing the speed of the machine or the strength of the laser engraver. Yep, it does it all for you. Yeah, all you got to worry about is, well, looking for things to stick your little face on, which, as you can see, yeah, I'm sticking my face on, as well as the like, share, subscribe, leave comments, all that wonderful stuff. And the other thing you can do with this, you can actually laser engrave onto rings. Unfortunately, I don't wear a ring. I've never had a ring because I don't really, well, like rings. But yeah, so you can laser engrave onto rings. So that's how small a detail you can do with this machine, which is pretty cool. So any of these footage you are watching, yeah, this is kind of speeded up. I mean, this thing is decently fast, but obviously not as fast as it's shown on the screen, because that would just be absolutely nuts. But yeah, so this machine, lovely and safe as well. Does have the extractor fan on it, so any fumes, they get taken sort of like, well, out the window. And yeah, so the safety features on this as well. So if anyone does come along, lifts up the lid, or nudges it, or tampers with it in any way, then yeah, it does have an auto cut-off. There's also a little key you put in the side of the machine, and without that key, it won't work. So just in case you're not around and you've got to have a little one that comes along and wants to have a little play with this, yeah, it won't work in any way without this key in the side, which again is pretty cool. So yeah, the fact you can do a whole variety of things on this. Obviously, it does need to have, say in this case, it's laser engraving through the top and showing obviously whatever color is underneath. But pretty much most of the sort of water bottles, cups, and that, they do have well, a layer of paint or whatever over the top. And I say this thing is so easy to use, having those options of the chuck. As you can see, you can put items in. It does come with a few other little attachments that go into the chuck. I say, so then you can sort of put, say, even like a little ring you could have on there, which is just awesome. So yeah, very simple, very easy to use, easy software, which is absolutely awesome. And again, obviously this thing, laser cutters, there's a whole variety of stuff. So even if it wasn't just the sort of tabletop gaming sort of stuff you want to have a look at, well, a whole variety of other bits and pieces or other projects to make. Yeah, Thingiverse is a great place because obviously it's all free. All you got to type in is, well, I always type in 3mm MDF, and it pops up with, well, a whole shed load of things, which is pretty cool. And say the software is that easy, you can make up your own designs and bits and pieces. So yeah, definitely highly recommend the Toocaa laser. And say this 5-in-1 laser rotary roller set is just awesome because, well, you can mess about and stick your face, well, in my case, all over the place. So yeah, nice, easy to use. And say discounts at the moment, guys. Check out the links. They do have a lot of offers on at the moment. So yeah, a great time to buy something.
So yeah, big shout out and thank you obviously to Toocaa for sponsoring this video and sending me the machine, because say I do love using these machines now. And obviously it looks great because obviously my favorite color is orange. This thing is orange. So yeah, that's a good enough reason for me to love it. So guys, another video on the screen coming up. Give that a click to see more of what I do. Like, share, subscribe, leave comments, all that wonderful stuff. You guys take care and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.